ESPNLA.com. This is Brian Kamenetzky, the Land of Lakers blog, here with my brother Andy. Hey! Tuesday night at Staples Center, the Lakers take a 2-0 lead on the Oklahoma City Thunder in their first-round playoff matchup. 95-92 was the final. It was a strange game. It was an uneven game. It was a ragged game. It was a really, really freaking long game.
Zach Zarba, Scott Foster, and Derek Stafford, you are no longer welcome in this town, if you ask anybody who attended this game.
I believe they were working on an hourly tonight and tried to get themselves a little bit of overtime.
Paid by the whistle.
Yeah, and the unevenness in terms of the way the game was called, I think players on both sides were a little confused as to what sort of contact was allowed and what sort of contact wasn't.
Well, so were the referees.
It was really indicative, that's a very good point, of the kind of game it was overall. Kobe Bryant threw 3 quarters. Continued to struggle with his shot, but in the fourth quarter came up big, 15 points, got to the line and made his free throws for the most part, which had been a problem for him.
Scoring was uneven for the Lakers. Kobe had 39, Pau had 25, and everybody else not named Kobe or Pau combined had 31.
Yeah, it's a shame there's not a second guy on the team named Pau. They really would have been able to really
Or that they still didn't have Kobe Carl. They would have blown him out.
The Lakers continued, despite the fact the Thunder have not necessarily a lot of size inside. The Lakers had still a lot of trouble getting the ball into the post, whether because they were lazy with their entry passes as they were in the second quarter, throwing the ball away a lot, or didn't reverse the ball enough. And give Oklahoma City credit, they do a good job. They front the ball
aggressively.
They were really active. Very active. There's 17 block shots, which ought to be some sort of
if
record.
It's not a record.
I don't want to be at the game where they had more than that. So, I mean, overall, I think it's going to be an interesting question when people look at this game. Are the Lakers, should you feel confident, less confident by these first 2 games? Andy, what do you think?
You know what? I feel the way I thought it would be coming into this, which is they're going to be figuring out a lot as they go. I predicted it would be a very choppy series and a difficult series, so I guess along those lines, if I'm getting exactly what I thought I would get, I should feel fine. Really.
Right, yeah. I mean, style points, I think, are definitely overrated in the playoffs. Yeah, they have won 2 games that, statistically speaking, they've got a lock on this series that they're unlikely to give up. And one thing I think that's interesting to remember, Oklahoma City has made them look pretty bad offensively through 2 games, but there's a very good chance that the Thunder are the best defensive team that they're going to see through the Western Conference playoffs. So as it
and they've
goes
made
along,
the Thunder look pretty bad offensively,
Lakers have played 2 games of very good defense. So as things go along, it's going to, I don't know if you can necessarily draw too many conclusions through 2 games, but they are 2-0, and they need to play better. But they have time.
I was going to say that's really the conclusion that I would draw from this: is that the Lakers still have a lot to work to do, even though they're up 2-0.
Right, but they have time.